Hey everyone, it's me, your boy Master Walrus 9, back with another episode of Walrus's TCG Dailies. I am here to do 2 dailies. That's evolve 2 Pokemon, evolve 4 Pokemon. I think that's very reasonable with the deck I'm going to be playing today. That is one I'm calling Item Deck Shutdown. So this is something I kind of just threw together last minute. But I wanted to showcase a Pokemon from Scarlet Violet base that I thought was really neat. This is Banette EX. During your opponent's next turn, they can't play any items from their hand. Or, your opponent reveals their hand. This attack does 60 damage for each trainer card you find there. So, this is a very interesting Pokemon. I don't think it's great per se, but I like the mechanic of shutting down item cards from their hand. That used to be very powerful during, I want to say, Black and White era. Maybe it was XY, but I want to say it was more Black and White era. Just promote stall. With that going on, I'm running Klefki. As long as this is in the active spot, basic Pokemon have no abilities. I'm running Mimikyu, which is going to prevent all damage done by attacks from your opponent's EX and Pokemon V. And we're running Cleffa for a draw. And B-Barrel for an engine. Really, the focus is going to be on our own engines. So while I am preventing my opponent from playing items, which is pretty nasty in all honesty, we have a lot of destruction effects of our own. First off, we have Spirit Mask as our primary tool. If we're attacked, we're going to make them discard a card from their hand. We're shutting down their hand with that aspect. We're using Team Star Grunt to force the opponent to have an item on, or an energy on top of their deck. This is going to decrease their potential for moves on the next turn. We're running Escape Rope for a switch option, Serena just for some draw potential and some switching options, same with Boss's Orders. Avery's going to be able to trash out the bench. Yona will keep Hand Size Fin. Flannery's to discard a Stadium and a Special Energy. Special Energies can be a bit of a pain, but the Stadium is more so the aspect I want to target. Same thing with Giacomo for the Special Energies. Tulip is going to allow us to put Psychic Pokemon and basic Psychic Energy from our discard pile into our hand. Well, that's going to be the bulk of our deck. Pokemon League Headquarters is going to make a basic Pokemon in play have to pay 1 more colorless in order to attack. So ultimately, I don't think it's crazy, but I like the concept. I want to play with it a bit more. Finishing up, Team Star Grunt, put an energy on top of your opponent's active on top of their deck. I got the full art. I thought, you know what? I don't personally see this card like ever, so I wanted to give it a try. See if I can get a use out of that. So we're just going to go into a bit of ranked and try this out. So we're playing against a 600. Now, what's interesting about 600, you can't tell if they're on a losing streak or they just got there. Because once you reach Great League, you can't go down until the season resets in the next season. Now, I've only ever reached Great League, so I don't know if going to the next one, Ultra League, will bring you down to Great League, or if it brings you down to the front. But, I'm not planning on it anytime soon. I'm here more for a good time than I am to try and be winning tournaments. So, okay, so we got a decent opening hand. Well, looks like we're playing against Goldango EX. So this deck actually is going to be decent enough in the Goldango EX matchup, surprisingly enough. They rely on a lot of items in order to get their effects out. So we're just going to have to see what goes ahead. Now, they don't run special energies, so Giacomo is kind of dead in hand. They're not going to be attacking with basics, so we don't really have to care about our Stadium. It's going to be more for shutdown on their end. So we're just going to be really... We're going to Nest Ball out a Shuppet just to get the evolution bases set up. And I don't want to Avery just yet. I think I'm just going to Serena. They do like to load up their bench a lot, and so Avery helps shut down that aspect. Being hit by an Avery honestly can hurt in a lot of situations. If we... Oh, shoot. Glimmet? The Pokemon that Glimmet evolves to. Second Nest Ball is pretty alright. Radiant Greninja. Okay. And an Ultra Ball. This is honestly a decent enough hand. We're gonna Nest Ball. We're gonna pick up the Shuppet. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a second Bidoof. Just because the ability to evolve and draw is gonna be always powerful. We're just gonna flat end turn. We don't really need to do too much. Next turn, my thoughts are we're gonna basic psychic energy on the Shuppet. I'm gonna Ultra Ball to go into B Barrel. And I'll use Serena and drop either... Well, no. If I Ultra Ball, I have to get rid of Giacomo and Avery. And I have multiple Averys. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna trash whatever comes next with Serena in order to draw 5. That sounds like pretty fair trade for me. With the Goldango EX, you want to get all your basics out turn 1. Because not only is it your primary attacker, you're going to be able to draw a lot better with it. Radiant Greninja. Okay, so they haven't really done much. I don't know if they're thinking about their move. Nope, they just conceded. So, not a great intro, but we're going to take those. Still need our evolutions. Didn't get anyone out. But we're 30 points off from the Great League, which is always nice. Now, if we lose 1, we're gonna still need 2, and if we win, we're gonna need 2 wins to get to Great League, and we can lose once. Ultimately, I'm feeling fine. Mew coin almost makes me think it's gonna be a Mew EX deck, but the thing is, Mew EX kind of works in pretty much anything. You really throw Mew EX into any deck. You see a lot of competitive decks use it due to variety. We're gonna open up with Mimikyu just cuz it's gonna prevent us from being damaged by EX and V. So it's a Charizard EX, Pidgeot EX combo. If they are running Arceus V, then Mimikyu actually is a win condition due to the fact that they're not going to be able to damage the Mimikyu. Yeah, so we'll open up with double Shuppet. That's a pretty good hand. We're going to want to get B Barrel out as soon as possible, so we're going to want to get Bidoof out this turn. We have 4 Team Star Grunts, and their deck ramps up energy fairly hard. It's not going to be as impactful. Yeah. So, they got them... Yeah, they got Fire Energy on Charmander. We'll see where we really want to go, but we're going to set up a Psychic Energy on the Shuppet. Now, I don't really know too much I'd want to pair with this Bayonet EX. I can't think of too many decks that, or too many cards that work with the item shutdown effect. If you have any ideas of what works well with item shutdown, then please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to take a look. Okay, the Ultra Ball is not bad. We're going to Psychic Energy on the Shuppet, and we're just going to dump. We don't really need the Team Star Grunt at this moment. We need Bidoof more than anything. And we could dump a Psychic Energy and still be happy. Yeah, we're going to Nest Ball. Pick up a second Bidoof. That's only basic Pokemon, so Klefki's not going to help us at much. We're just going to League Headquarters and end turn. This way, we're going to prevent our Mimikyu from being attacked and getting the extra fire ramp on the Charmander. Okay, so he still does want to go with it. Which, I mean, good for him. We're just going to see what goes on. We have Ionos in hand. They got a pretty bulky hand with 6 cards, so it's not going to make as much of a difference. Okay, so he does go to Charmeleon. Our Mimikyu's going to get knocked out. We're going to move up to Shuppet next turn. He does Ultra Ball. Battle VIP Pass and a Zard EX. Goes for Lumineon. Not sure what he's going to grab from his hand. Supporter-wise, Boss's Orders make sense. I could see in Iono or Research. He grabs a Iono, so he is getting Iono. That works out well for us because we don't have to waste our supporter. 4 Steel Stone on the Luminion. Okay. 4 Steel Stone's a pretty good card, especially if you're not running V-Stars. So we pull all 3 boss orders at once. I don't think that's very likely, but yeah, it happens on occasion. Having the second basic Psychic Energy is pretty nice. We'll be able to retreat into something if we can't make any moves. But yeah, we're gonna throw the Shepherd up. Yeah, make your move. Make your move. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So the plan is we're gonna throw the Shepherd up, right? We're gonna Nest Ball to thin the deck out. We'll pick up Cleffa. And we're gonna play Avery. Now, the double B barrel is nice. It really is. But we have a problem in that, well, we have 6 cards in hand. So we can't really use that. And we're just gonna sack our Cleffa. The Pokemon League headquarters has gone against me. Was not anticipating that, but it happens. One deck that this got me thinking of, this matchup specifically got me thinking I want to do is Ting-Lu EX. Now, if you've never seen Ting-Lu EX, that is a deck that focuses on pinging damage, because Ting-Lu EX has an ability to where Pokemon do not have abilities if Ting-Lu EX is in the active spot and it has a damage on it. Now, I think the limitation is, I want to say it doesn't affect EX Pokemon. So it might not work well against a Charizard, but being able to shut down rule boxes is super nice. There goes our Cleffa. We're just gonna go Shuppet. Hopefully get some good enough draws in order to not be crushed. We need to thin out our hand. What we're gonna do is we're gonna Escape Rope. I'm not sure where he's gonna go, but honestly, this isn't great either way. He does go for this Charmander. This works out better. We're gonna Basic Energy on the Shuppet. We're gonna waste one of our boss's orders to pull up the Luminion, because I can manage with that a bit better. We're gonna be able to draw 2 with the B barrel. Okay, I can work with this. We're gonna Ultra Ball away a Psychic and an Orders. Order to pull up the Banette EX. We're gonna get going. We're gonna B barrel to draw 2 more or 3 more. Klefki, League headquarters. Okay. Overall, this is all right so far. But they're not gonna be able to play items from their hand, which is actually gonna be devastating for the Zard deck in the aspect of the Rare Candy. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Rare Candy's an item, so they're not gonna be able to evolve. They're gonna be able to support her, but they can't. So Luminion V is going to use its V-Star ability. Not sure where it's wanting to go, but has to make a prediction, a switch card. Basic Fire Energy, that's what they searched up. So they're gonna retreat into the Charmander or the Charizard. I'm thinking I might pull the Luminion back up. Oh shoot, we're weak to dark. That's why I was scared about this matchup. Yeah, I forgot, we're weak to dark. So we're just gonna run this because yeah, that was unfortunate, and odds are our game's done at this point. So we're just gonna trash this and this, pick up our second Banette EX. It doesn't work as well with the dark matchup, but you do what you do, you know. The Iono doesn't work well because look, we're gonna hit a max 120. That's gonna be a no-go. Maybe I should retreat into Klefki to buy some more time. But what am I gonna do? I'm gonna do nothing. Game's over. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let him have the kill. I think he's earned it. I was thinking, man, no, he shouldn't be at, he should only be at 180. We'll survive. Nope, we're dark. We're not surviving this matchup. I think where dark is a prevalent threat in this current on TCG Live meta, it's not justifiable to use this deck. So I like the mechanic. We're gonna have to wait until like fighting comes active again to be more threatening as a psychic type. But yeah, if you see anything that you think you can work with Bennett EX, then please let me know. I'd be down to figure out what I can do to make this combo more prevalent. Now, going from Psychic, I want to go to another Psychic. This is, we had Zard. We're going to Regard because we're revamping up this Gardevoir. Gardevoir is just a great engine overall. You really can't beat Gardevoir. And so what do I want to do with this Gardevoir? I have this Gardevoir EX, which is as often as I like. I can attach a basic Psychic Energy to my one of my Psychic Pokemon, but I gotta put 2 damage counters. And you're thinking, that's a decent enough. You're able to ramp out energy. That's pretty good effect. That is. But the damage counters are a little bit of a holdback. Except if you're running something like Screamtail or Drifloon, which want damage counters. Take a look at Screamtail. 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So once you get the 2 energy minimum, that's going to be 40 damage on Screamtail. That's going to be an 80 damage ping. And that's all right. If you push the HP threshold to 80, that's going to be a 160 ping. And if you use Bravery Charm to push the HP to about a 140, you can consistently get to about a 120, which is going to be a 240 ping, which is an insta-kill. Pairing up is Drifloon. It's a similar situation. It's going to do 30 damage per damage counter, but it's only affecting the active. So once you have your 2 energy on, that's 40. And that's 120 damage. You get to 60, that's going to be 180 damage. You pair it up with the Bravery Charm to get to, I want to say, 120. Yeah. You get to 120, consistent 100. That's 300 damage. That's pretty good. You know, I can't really compete against that. The only way you can really make it better is if you're running some damage pumps, but I don't think that's really necessary. You got the Curlia engine to really just ramp up. I have Mimikyu in here for specific matchups. I don't think it's as necessary. Drapion V's just from you, VMAX. You don't see as much in TCG Live, but when it appears, it's a threat. Radiant Greninja not only allows us to draw cards, but discards energy, and we want discarded energy into trash. We're running Gardevoir to draw more cards if we need to, ramp up more energy. And finally, Zacian V. For a Celebrations card, it's not bad. If you're not doing anything, if you've used your supporter for the turn, you can't attack, you need to end your turn, just use Zacian V. You get an extra energy. Now, pairing up with certain items, there's a lot of options you can really go. I think Jacques is fine. I picked Jacques over Arizu due to the fact that Gardevoir EX is a hit we want to make. So we're going to be able to target a Rule Box evolution. Some Nest Balls, some Ultra Balls, some Artizones, some Fog Crystals. Fog Crystals are pretty good for a Psychic deck. The only card I would think a bit more of is that Psychic Supporter from the new set, which I am blanking on the name. I know I just played her. She was doing the makeup. Let's see. Tulip, yeah. 4 combinations of Psychic Pokemon, basic Psychic Energy from your discard pile to your hand. That's pretty good for a Psychic. I want to use her in a different mechanic though, so we're just gonna wait. You can definitely make a Tulip-based deck and do alright. Playing against Bucks Fan 70, I want to say. 97. Bucks Fan 97. Playing with the Fireworks coin. I think that's a nice coin. I like the color palette on it. The design's all right. You know, it's not my go-to coin, but TCG Live has done really well with their designs for these items. The only thing I wish I could see more is customizability on the field. Yeah, sure, I'll go first. Yeah, you see the coin on occasion, you see your sleeves a lot, but the field's kind of bland. If I was to be a developer, this is me, right? What I do is half and half fields. Like if you look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, you can set up your field and you pick up a half and your opponent picks up a half. And if you match, that's cool. If you don't match, you don't match. Okay, that's an alright opener. Yeah, we can work with this. We can work with this. But they should, it's like play match. You know, people love, part of the TCG experience is to play match. You want to protect your cards. But the design also applies here. So we're gonna concealed cards away, psychic energy, double nest ball. I don't think you can really get a better hit. We're gonna pick up a Ralts. And guess what we're picking up? That's right, second Ralts. Now, I don't optimize the deck as much as I should. Pick up a Curlia for next turn. And finish up with Roar the Sword. We are playing against Goldango. Steel's not going to be a terrible matchup. Gardevoir EX is weak to Dark. So we can be alright. We do have to be careful about our Gardevoir non-EX. Gets the Battle VIP pass. Gimme Ghoul and Radiant Greninja. Arven, okay. Yeah. TM, Evolution. I mean, sure, go ahead with Evolution. I don't know. I'm really not crazy on Evolution. Makes sense in a stage 2 if you don't want to run the rare candies or get some more consistency. But I think where you're running a stage 1 deck, I don't think TM Evolution's really that needed. I guess it's an Arven target, which makes sense, but... So we're gonna evolve. Concealed cards. Sure. Attach up a Psychic Energy. I'm getting Iono. It shorts his hand, so I can be happy with that. Mimikyu is one that I'm gonna set up on the bench. And I don't want a second Ralts just yet. We're gonna Fog Crystal. And Drifloon, I want to make my target more. Because we're gonna need a good amount of damage for Goldango EX, and I just don't think Screamtail's getting it. We're gonna Refinement to trash out this Psychic Energy. Pretty decent hand. Ultimately, we're just gonna Roar the Sword. Finish up on the Curlia. And that's gonna be our turn. Now, taking a look at how much I have in the trash, we've got 3 energies. So the way I like to think about it, you're only gonna really want to attach to Drifloon using the Gardevoir EX, right? So every time you do that, every 1 energy is 60 damage. We're playing against a 260, and since we're counting in intervals of 60 damage, we're gonna need to hit to 300. We're gonna need to get 5 energy into trash. So we have the Curlia, which can discard this energy, but we need to get another energy into trash. We can ideally do that after Radiant Greninja, or we get like an Ultra Ball. But ultimately, this isn't the top situation for the Drifloon that I wanted. So he Pokestops, and we could consider Pokestop as an option. There's the possibility of getting energy into trash like that. He goes coin bonus. He's probably gonna get the kill on Radiant Greninja this turn. The interesting part about a low HP risk deck like this is that we are going to be low HP. One of the nice things about high HP Pokemon for this matchup is that Goldango has to spend more resources in order to get the kill. 50 damage per energy is really good, but that's free energies he had to discard right there. He's got many ways to get it back, but it's not unlimited, I guess is the way to put it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move up the Mimikyu. We have two options with the Mimikyu. The first one is, okay, the Curly is nice, actually. We're gonna refinement here. Hopefully we can get a, okay, Fog Crystal, that works out, that works out. Okay, because here's what I was gonna do, right? I am going to attach the Psychic Energy to Mimikyu. We're going to retreat. Drifloon. Fog Crystal to pick up a Psychic Energy. Refinement. We're gonna evolve Screen Tail Bravery Charm. And now we're just gonna Psychic Embrace. So we're at 60. We are at 120. We are at 180. We are at 240. And we're going to finish up this 300 right here. Now, next turn, I'm not going to be able to kill the Goldango because I need such a specific matchup. But what I'll probably do is Boss's Orders in the Radiant Greninja and take out the Scizor. The Scizor poses more of a threat. But, yeah, 300 kill. This is a 1-to-1 exchange. If I got the setup a bit faster, he would not have had the opportunity to take the prize card. But it allowed us for a free switch. Now he's only going to have to discard a singular energy in order to mess us up, which is unfortunate, but we can work with that. The Scizor is a 140, so we're going to need to get 7 damage counters onto the Scream Tail. We can only do 8, so we technically didn't need the Bravery Charm. But we're still going to be in the 60 HP threshold to where Goldango's going to need 2 energy to kill us. We're doing a lot of Pokemon math. The Zacian V, honestly, is in an interesting spot. He's dead at this point. We don't really need him. But he's also a decent attacker. If we need to finish up the game, we can go with Zacian V. Because depending on how much energy you have in your trash, you're going to be able to pill up a lot. We're going to Fog Crystal. This is going to allow us to pick up another Drifloon. We're going to Kirlia up a Psychic Energy. Ultra Ball, a couple Boss's Orders. I don't really want to trash the Boss's Orders. We don't need anything from Ultra Ball. We're just going to start by Psychic Embrace. We're going to pull 4 energy up to Scream Tail. Because that's going to allow us to do 180 to anything on the bench. I'm more so worried about the Scizor because we could force a stalemate with the Mimikyu. And to prep for that, I actually do want to attach the Psychic Energy to the Mimikyu. We're in a pretty good spot overall. Worst case, we can retreat with the Mimikyu for more energy. We're going to move up the Greninja. This is going to waste 1 of his energy. And we're going to just hit out the Scizor. Now we have the lead advantage, but we're expecting Scream Tail to get knocked out. Artizone's not bad. It's going to be able to shut down the Pokestop if he plays that. Concealed cards. Yeah, he's got energy in his hand. It's a no-brainer. Here comes up the Goldango. I don't know where I want to go just yet. Ideally, we're going to save Gardevoir EX and Zacian V as primary attackers at the very end game, due to the notion of if he's at 1 prize card, the 2 prize card effect doesn't matter. Right. We're going to try and fodder off our weaker Pokemon at this time. We're going to go up Mimikyu, and we're going to hit the Gimmighoul. Yeah, well, Boss's orders up the Gimmighoul to get an easier prize card, and that's also going to prime us if we get the Drifloon, a Bravery Charm. We're going to be able to one-tap one of his Gold Dangos, and we're going to be able to stall out with a Mimikyu a bit better. He counter-catchers. That's unfortunate. This is actually very devastating for this game. Now, he's going to have to discard a chunky 7 energy, but it's easy to get that. It's easy to come back. Counter-catcher, that's devastating. Okay, so I don't know where I really want to go at this point. We're in a scary state. If he has another counter-catcher, he can't use it. It's kind of done for the game. We're going to Curlia, Refinement, pick out an Artizone. Iono's not bad. We're going to be able to shut down his hand a bit better. I want a Mimikyu. Give him a Psychic Energy. And I want to Iono more than anything. The boss's orders is not going to matter as much. He's going to be able to draw up a good amount of cards, but ultimately, we got to do what we got to do. And in this point, what we have to do is try to survive. Now, I have the option to take out the Gimmighoul, or I have the option to take out the Greninja. And I'm thinking he's going to have a lot of draw potential. See, I might want Penny for situations like these to pull up the Zacian V, and that's why I'm going to consider throwing it into my deck next. Ultimately, anything to give him less opportunity for draw, we're going to do that. So we're going to take out the Radiant Greninja. Take our prize card. We got a Bravery Charm, so now we need 2 criteria. We need to be able to, 1, get the Gardevoir EX, 2, get a Gold Dango up front for the kill. Taking a look at my discards, I should have another Gardevoir EX somewhere in the deck. Boss's orders up to Zacian V. Does he have 5 energy? He needs 5. He had 6. Oh, no, wait, I'm just weak to steel. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. That's the game, though. That happens. So, just because of that specific matchup, I'm a lot more worried about Pokemon like Zacian. I want to play out one more game, if you're willing to stay with me for that. I am going to pick up a couple of Penny. We're going to be able to pick up some basic Pokemon. But the question then becomes, what do we get rid of? We need the Psychic Energies, in all honesty. Nest Balls are nice because we're going to need our basics. And we need the Bravery Charms for the mechanics. Ultimately, I'm going to say, we only really need 1 Screamtail. We only really need 1 Drifloon. 2 Drifloon. I'll take 1 Mimikyu. Mimikyu stall is way, way too inconsistent to be used as a legitimate strategy. You really have to set up some mechanics in order to force Mimikyu stall to be a decent. And I just don't have that going on in this kind of deck. So he's got a Togepi coin. A coin could be very telling of what kind of deck a person's running, or it could just be their favorite Pokemon. Like, I'm running a Gardevoir coin simply because I'm running a Gardevoir deck. Gardevoir is a really good engine, though. If you have the cards, it's honestly worth messing around with the psychic Pokemon you want to play with. Because honestly, where the game is focused on one-taps, damage can be considered quite inconsequential for the most part. The Drifloon's unfortunate, but we're just going to run it. Zacian V is an opener. Honedge. Okay, so it looks like they're probably playing the... Yeah. We're going to try and take out a sooner than later. So we're gonna Roar the Sword and hit our Zacian V. They're probably gonna be playing the Aegislash-EX deck. I did see something about a deck with Aegislash-EX, also paired with the Aegislash-Shield form, which allows you to switch between Aegislash that evolve, and since EX evolve, this Aegislash counts. Pidgeot V, you don't see that one too often. You can shuffle it into your bench. I don't know how to feel about that one. Like, yeah, that makes sense. The escape rope, this kind of hurts a bit. We do have some switch options. We have Penny. Manaphy, okay. But we did lose out on our Psychic Energy, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna see what goes on. I don't know if they're running rare candy setups. Treasures the boss's order and a reversal energy. The reversal is interesting. This is almost making me think that it's not the EX variation, because it doesn't work with rule box. So he benches it, or he spins it into the deck. Ambush. He gets the heads. We're taking 40. Unfortunate. We can work it out in our favor in the later game, but a little tough. We're gonna Drifloon. Artisan's gonna help him, but honestly, that's all right. We need to get the Ralts going. We're gonna dump a Zacian V, and because the Ono plays, I'm almost a bit too concerned to pick up a Kirlia. I think I'm just gonna pick up Ralts again. And hit up Roar of the Sword. I mean, there's the possibility he doesn't have the evolution. He's not going to be able to kill next turn. You know, it's coin flip stuff. So, let's see. 3 cards in hand. If they got the B barrel, that's a bit more unfortunate. Artisan, probably pick up another Honedge. Yeah, that's what I would do if I was him. Now, I'm not... Oh, he did have the B barrel. Super lucky draw. Bit unfortunate. We can manage with our boss's orders. The Screamtail is an interesting scenario for the Manaphy because I think it's effect damage and not dealing damage. You're placing damage counters. Okay, so TM Evolution, this is going to make the matchup a bit more struggling, because he's going to have his Honedge out a lot faster. Yep, so there's the Doublade. I'm curious on what Doublade he's running. He's running Battle Styles. Slashing Strike, so that's an 80. That's not bad. That's not bad damage. We're going to Artisan to pick up a... No, I want to look. Does 20 damage. It does 20 damage. So the Screamtail is going to be a no-go in this situation. I'm going to pick up the Ralts. Just cuz. We're gonna Penny. Pick up the Drifloon. Put the Zacian in. Keep Drifloon in hand. And I just kind of want to get a Psychic Energy to start going. I guess Storm Slash. We're in a tough spot at the moment, but I'm thinking a prize card is going to be helpful. Frog Crystal's something I can work with. We need like an Iono, something to allow for us to draw, or an Ultra Ball to get to Kirlia. Now, if we did get an Ultra Ball, I am going to use Fog Crystal to pick up the Psychic Energy first, because it's going to allow for easier discard. He picks up an Ultra Ball and a Defiance Band. Ultra Ball, the Defiance Band, and a Battle VIP Pass, probably going for the Aegislash. He does. He doesn't have the health on it, or the energy. That's what I'm looking for. Prevent all damage done from your opponent's EX and Pokemon feet. That's not bad. That's not bad. I kind of like that. So he's got multiple Aegislash. Fortunately, we can manage with this deck. Unfortunately, we're in a tough spot right here. We get the Iono. I'm thinking I'm going to leave the I'm gonna bench the Drifloon. We're gonna need it more than not need it, I guess is the way to put it. And we're gonna try and pull Curlia. There we go. This works perfectly. Pick this up. Bravery Charm here. Bravery Charm on here. I don't know if I want to keep the penny or keep the escape rope. This is really tough. He has an Aegislash he can go into. We're going to ultimately need to pull up the Zacian sooner than later. We're going to discard the escape rope to keep the penny. Nest Ball and Curlia works out pretty well. We're going to discard the Nest Ball. And a Gallade and an Ultra Ball. So we're just going to wait and turn. We're going to pick up a... we're going to Roar with Sword to dump an energy onto the Curlia. Just so we have an option for Gardevoir. In case we're going to need it later. As long as he doesn't have Reversal Energy, we'll be fine. Because he is in a prime situation for Reversal Energy. But no, he has it. So there goes Zacian. It's unfortunate. But that's what happens. Actually, he's not going to get enough damage to kill. Yeah, he only does 120. That's going to be 240. Zacian's not going to die. He lost City, which is going to be a bit more of a pain. Now, we're not playing as much in terms of Recycle, but it's nice to have the option. Next turn, we're going to retreat to discard the energy off. And then go into Drifloon. We'll be able to start ping. Oh, he has the Defiance Band. Yeah, he has Defiance Band. That pushes him to a 150. He does get the kill. So that's unfortunate. But that happens. That happens. So we don't really need Penny at this point. Screamtail is also kind of dead on board. So we're going to Ultra Ball away these two. We need the Gardevoir more than less. And oh shoot. Shoot. Yeah, we're gonna trash the Gallade. Now, I was considering, do I want a Gallade in order to get a boss? Yeah, like a boss's orders there is fine. We're gonna escape rope, trash that. I'd rather keep the orders. Curlia, we have free energy in trash. 150, this does 60, 120. We have the energy we need, but I do want to keep my hand fresh. So we are gonna discard the psychic energy. The Gardevoir's not bad. I don't want to evolve into it just yet. But we're gonna knock free energy onto Drifloon. Uno. We're gonna go Dose. And we're gonna go Tre Leche. Now, I'm pretty sure he has a reversal in the trash. Yeah, we're gonna call this turn. Yeah, he's got a reversal in the trash. So at max, he's got 2 more in his deck. Now, I'm sure he's running some steel energies, but it's gonna slow down his game plan a lot more. We got the Iono. I can work with the Iono. I don't think I need to necessarily evolve into Gardevoir. This is going to put us into a riskier situation with the weakness. I think next turn, well, we'll see what they do. We'll see what this person does. Because if they get the Aegislash, they rare Candy. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Does he have the steel energy though? And if he doesn't, this Aegislash is dead. He escape ropes. I'm thinking we'll go into Drifloon. I think it's more valuable dead. Yeah. Yeah, we can manage with this Drifloon being dead. Okay, we're gonna We're gonna boss his orders up the Aegislash. I want to bench the Greninja. We're going to use Psychic Embrace to put one onto the Drifloon. It's going to be able to retreat. And that's why I moved Drifloon up instead of Kirlia. If we die, I can manage that Drifloon being dead. But ultimately, it's going to allow us to get some more damage out more consistently. With the Radiant Greninja, we'll trash a Psychic. Pick up 2. That's alright. We're not going to need Mimikyu for this matchup because we're not stalling. Trash the Mimikyu. Jacques, we're not going to really need at this point. We're kind of past him. And this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I don't think I need to do anything else. Yeah, we're just gonna Balloon Blast. The Gardevoir is nice into the late game, the non-EX version, in case I need some sort of variation on my hitters. But ultimately, we're alright. He's got 2 Reversal Energy. And statistically, we can't really bank on it being in the prize cards. We have to anticipate they get a Reversal Energy. Now, fortunately, nothing's getting one-tapped by the Reversal Energy. That matters, which is the Gardevoir. He pulls up Arven. I don't know what he's going to grab with the Arven. Another Defiance Band. Counter Catcher. Oh. Okay. Yeah. So there's the Counter Catcher I was talking about. It's a pretty good tool. Or a pretty good item. Not a tool. But, good heavens. This is interesting. This is a very interesting game. He picks up another Hone Edge. He counter catchers probably into my Gardevoir if I was to take. No, he goes into the Drifloon. And he goes Reversal Energy, so he is gonna one-tap it. But that's your 3rd Reversal Energy. So if you don't have the 4th Reversal Energy, you're stuck into a slowed down game. Which I have control for the most part. Let's see how many bosses orders. I think I'm only running 2. No, they conceded. They understood. They understood that they didn't really have a game at that point. You'd need to one-tap my Gardevoir EX to have a chance, and he doesn't have any means. So I think the Aegislash, that's decent, but there's too many varieties in decks in order to really anticipate it as a legitimate strategy. Collect both our dailies. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see, if you want to see a deck be used, a deck redone, any new mechanics or gimmicks you want to see, please let me know. I'll be happy to show you as long as I can get to it. Other than that, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.